12 minutes
Hello.
to feel better.
Welcome. We're just going to breathe and do range of motion. To get our range of motion going, we're going to start by tapping around our diaphragm, our rib cage. Let's start a little bit of bouncing just to get things moving, loosening up, shoulders, nice and easy. Start shaking your hands, soft knees. Easy bringing the arms up, just getting our immune system strong, adding a gentle little twist, shaking the hands, releasing, gentle little spinal twist, bouncing a little bit more, keeping your feet grounded down. And we're just going to feel the fascia as we just brush through our whole body, coming up all the way through the face, reach to the sky, down through the torso, the thighs, touching the ground if you can. It's not about touching the ground, it's about keeping connection with your body, feeling the whole system, the whole netting, your netting, and let it just reach and stretch and then soften into it in your feet, your hips, and reaching. We're just going to brush across the belly, down one leg, with the opposite hand to the thigh, releasing and curving. Easy, feet are a little wider than your hips for balance. You're just letting the opposite hand go behind you at your low back, drop your head. Breathing comfortably, but just being aware of how you're just easy. Keep the contact with the body. Releasing and dropping down into it. Easy head and neck. Then we're just going to reach up, grab the shoulder, give a little squeeze at the traps. You're going to give a squeeze and release, and then you're just going to let that shoulder just gently shake up and down. Shake your hand. Keep squeezing that muscle. We're going to release any tension off our shoulder, brushing down, shaking the hand, other side. Gentle squeeze. You're just getting the blood flowing. Squeeze. Feeling the lift and drop. Let your breath help you with this. You're just going to brush down, shake the hand. Loosen it out, releasing any unwanted tension on the neck and shoulders. Now your breath can start to flow a little bit more. Softly brushing all the way down. Down to the floor, you're just going to notice arms nice and wide. We're going to take a little knee sway side to side. And the top leg's just going to stay connected to the floor, tracing the toe. Just going to be mindful of your breath. We're going to notice what the lower back's doing, weight into the floor. Knees gently fold to one side, keeping the leg in contact. Easy with the shoulders and the back, going into a big X. And then exhale your elbow toward your knee, just making a little lateral bend. Exhale, elbow to the knee. Most important part is that you're keeping the contact of your hands, your feet, not lifting anything. You're just sliding side to side, reaching, noticing your body bending on one side and then the other. You might have a little more flexion on one side than the other. No judgment, just see if you can just be aware of what your body's doing. Curve into a small ball. Arms reach over your head into a large X. Exhale, navel pulls to the spine and you curl. Inhale, big X, tracing the toes. Exhale, navel pulls to the spine, curling. Inhale, big breath. Notice how your feet, your hands, everything stays in contact with the floor, and stretch. Feel the roundness of your back, opening into a long stretch. Underneath side stays contact with the floor as the top side stretches. Exhale, roll onto your side. Inhale and lengthening. This video is for you to just get your range of motion flowing. Inhale, big X. Exhale as you curve. Inhale as you lengthen. Maybe you arch a little bit further. And exhale, curve. Inhale, big X, stretch. Exhale and curve. Easy head and neck, lengthening out. Keep that contact, wear your contacts into the floor. Inhale, releasing into that floor, that's it. Exhale, we curve, and then we reach a little longer, stretch, starting to open up a little more. Exhale into the curve, big X. Exhale, little ball. Inhale, big stretch, arching, arching, arching. Exhale, drop it in. Inhale, big X, stretching out. Arms to a big T to the side, feet underneath you. We're going to drop one knee, push the hip forward, and then you're just going to drop the knee slightly down on the top. Bottom leg comes up, drop. Push the hip up and through, reach the arm on the high diagonal, and then just bring it back to center, both knees bent. Inhale as you open and press through. Feel that long stretch and back to center. Inhale as you open, long stretch, starting to loosen up in those quads and hips. And then we just take that swing again. Top leg coming over, and notice the difference now in your back, your spine, head and neck. Nice and easy. Keep tracing the foot around and back. Being mindful of your navel. You're going to swing the top arm over your head, yada-da, and back to center. Curve it, back to center. Curve it, that's it. Mindful of your core, keeping that core engaged, back to center, and roll onto your side, both palms together. We're just going to open up across the chest and sternum. Curl as your hand touches and reaches beyond the hand. Sliding, opening, knees are gentle. Just keeping that gentle twist through the waistline. Knees trying to drop down, lower back is gentle. You're just opening, feeling the tactile aid. Dropping your hand, feeling your fingers curl, your shoulder release the head, and then bring it back to center. Rolling to the other side. Taking your time, we have all the time in the world. We're just easy noticing what's happening with each joint in the body. Can you release your head and neck? Can you feel your body one joint at a time? Reaching and dropping the skeleton into the floor, curving and softening, reaching a little further, allowing the ligaments and tendons to soften, reaching and stretch and squaring off shoulders and neck, reaching and stretch and gently bring it back. As you bring it back, you're just going to curve over to one side, taking a nice bend of the knees, circling full range of motion with that shoulder. I'm trying to keep the hand on the floor all the way around. The modification in the shoulder is just to gently bend the elbow and not have to touch the hand on the floor. Listening to your shoulder, easy in your rib cage. See if you can let your head really follow your fingertips. Yeah, that's it. That's the hard part for me. Deep breath. And then we switch to the other side, mindful of your transition, circling, easy range of motion, making sure that you go all the way down to your thigh, past your front arm, past your fingers, and stretch. Deep breath, reaching easy through the shoulders, reversing the circle. See if you can just let the weight of your head, neck, and shoulders go. No. no stress at all in the neck and shoulders. Beautiful job. Feels so good. Easy in the body. Bring it back to center. Roll onto your side, gently to your shins, back into a child's pose. And we're just going to shift the weight forward and back. And as we shift our weight forward and back, we're just warming up those hip sockets, feeling the core on, reaching out of the crown of your head, back and forth. Don't go too deep in your knees. Now I'm tucking my toes under and I'm reaching. I have to get where I can see in the camera, and lifting. Toes are tucked under, my knees coming off. Weight is still into the hands and the toes are lifted. I'm just going to press through those toes, just wake them up, and then I curl into a tiny little ball, just rounding the back, feeling the nose pulling to the knees, stretching, easy, soft knees, gently rolling up. And rest. Just feel your hands on your thighs. I'm just going to round through the back, getting that beautiful, juicy spine. Tailbones curling under on the exhale. Inhale, lengthening. Then just brush down from your lower back, over your glutes, the backs of your hamstrings. Tap, tap, tap. Releasing any unwanted stress, letting it go, brushing down, brush in the front, and then we're going to go back to that tapping, finding the diaphragm right there, nice and easy. Standing with your feet underneath you, gently tapping the diaphragm. Ease, bring your feet together underneath you, palms together. Breathing love into your heart. See your body perfectly balanced, whole and complete. Thank you for joining me. I hope you feel better.